to Robin's house. Today I'm working on my cards with Robin, and I'm using the Layers of Beauty card stamp set, but really what I'm using is the Layers of Beauty decorative masks. And these are so fun because if you look at this card, you can see how beautifully colored it is. And it is not colored with markers. It's not colored with colored pencils. It's colored by using layered masks to do one step at a time. So I just want to show you that real quick. So what you do is you get a cardstock, and what my favorite technique is to get a piece of cardstock that exactly matches the size of your mask. That to me is the easiest way to make sure that I line up everything perfectly. And then you take your card number 1 and you line it up in the corner. But you could line it up in the corner, period. But I prefer to just line it up so everything is covered. And then you take your lightest color, and in my case, this is Bubble Bath. And I have a blending brush that happens to say Bubble Bath because I use it often enough that it gets its own brush. And then you're just going to dab in your ink pad and add some color. Now be careful on these little hoopties that stick out because they can tear off or bend in such a way that they'll never work right again. And you can see that I'm actually doing a bad job. What you need to do is start off the page and then roll onto the page. If you start on the image, you're going to end up with all these dark spots. And I don't love the dark spots. There we go. So we've got some pink down. When you take the mask up, it's nice and pink, and you're like, what in the heck is that? But you're good. Now we take mask number 2, and I'm going to take a slightly darker color of pink. I'm going to take Pretty in Pink. And I've got a Pretty in Pink brush. And I'm going to add that color to the top of what we just did with the Bubble Bath. Now, as you get into the detailer ones, you won't have as many of the little hookies, so you won't have to be as careful. But now we've got that on there. Fun. Now it is time for the next layer, number 3. And you can see this is not hard. I'm not having to think very much other than plan my colors out so that I'm doing the lightest ones first. And now I'm on to Strawberry Slush, adding in some of those colors in the holes. But when you're done with this, it looks like you did such an amazing job coloring. And how fast is this going? I think it's amazing. Okay, slide number 4. 4 is adding some greenery to your set. And I'm going to use the same green. I'm going to use Garden Green. But on this one, I'm going to try to do it a little lighter and just have a little bit of green going on there. But you can see that some parts are darker than others, which is just how nature works. So it's okay. But I'm not trying to darken up anything especially. So there we go. We've got our green on there. And now we've got our 5th layer. And this is all green again. So I'm going to do it a little darker on this version. You can see that your brush doesn't pick up that much ink, so you will need to brush a little bit over and over again. But here you are, this beautiful mask. And then once you add the stamp set to it, you don't have to. It looks beautiful even without the stamp set. But once you add the stamp set, it looks amazing. If you choose to use the die cut with the stamp set, it cuts it out perfectly and makes a wonderful and beautiful card that was so easy. This took no time at all. So thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.